don't really necessarily have to be hyper focused on your niche when you are trying to create your online presence. You just have to be your authentic self. People will like you, and if they like you, they'll buy from you.
We are going with the flow, not intention. For me, there is a lot of broken relationship in the professional and personal connection because we don't understand ourselves.
That's true. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Mohammed Kaabi. Hello.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Very good.
Nice to have you.
Likewise.
Finally.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
It's been صراحة أنا الحق علي أنا الموضوع تأخرت فيه شوية يعني كان مفروض إنه ينعمل قبل بس
No,
للأسف
it's fine. The right time has finally
come. بس صراحة I've been wanting to do this for a while معك لأنه you are very well spoken on camera. You have a great presence. Whenever we have discussions together, it is never a dull moment with you. We get very deep, sometimes a bit too deep, that it makes me think things that يعني, at the end of the night, it's not really what I want to be doing. Because I'd rather go.
I'm sorry.
You know, it's because last time we were together, you made me think a lot. وقعدت هيك بتخت.
No way.
Yeah, I was thinking, but I was like, then I started ضرب أخماس بأسداس,
Wow.
and you know, like, so obviously, and sometimes you just can't help but overthink, especially when you have a very deep conversation with someone.
But I think that tells more about you than me.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Because maybe whatever I shared with you, I shared with many people.
Yeah.
But everyone will receive it in a different way.
Yeah.
And then this way,
Yeah.
you discover yourself.
That's true.
Maybe you are an overthinker, you like these deep conversations, and maybe you are missing it. And I do miss them many times. When I do discussions and conversations, I want to go deep.
Yeah, but you also have this habit where you let people get comfortable and sometimes overly comfortable that they say a bit too much, and then you try to psychoanalyze them and try to figure out what they are, who they are, and what they like and what they don't like. But then when you play it back to them, or when you say it back to them, they're like, oh wow. Not like, it's not as if يعني it's just them. All they have to do is just look in the mirror. But subhanallah, sometimes people just can't see themselves unless they look at themselves through someone else's eyes.
But honestly, for me, I believe that we need to understand ourselves, each one of us.
Yeah.
And sometimes we are going with the flow, not intentionally. Why? Because we don't know how we are thinking, we don't know our strengths, we don't know what environment is really suiting us. So the minute we understand ourselves, it will be easier for us, for the people around us, for the companies we work with, either as a supplier or as an employee. For me, there is a lot of broken relationships in the professional and personal connections. Yes. Because we don't understand ourselves.
That's true. That's very true. And I could easily tell you that I am one of the first and most guilty people of this. Because, for example, once there was a period in time where I was getting very frustrated with my son, and my patience was becoming very, very, very small, and I used to be a bit too aggressive with him. And then I realized, I'm like, no, it's not him that's the problem. There's something wrong with me, and I'm taking out my anger on him because of something else that was happening. And like you said, you get so caught up with life, with work, with your personal issues, with, that you do not even realize how you are behaving around other people, around kids, around family, around your wife, etc., unless you really stop for a minute, disconnect from everyone, and start really
look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror, and really doing the deep work. What's his name? David Goggins calls it the accountability mirror.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So David Goggins, that's يعني one of the books that actually the only book that he read, probably Can't Hurt Me. It's a really good book, but يعني one of the things that he says that's really nice to know, you have to be able to really look at yourself in the mirror and face your own demons, because otherwise they are going to get the best of you
In
at
fact,
some point.
for me, I don't think that they will get the best. In fact, it's not a destination, it's an ongoing process. So if you don't take care of your demons, they are getting the best of you on a daily basis.
Yes.
In fact, they are eating up your
Yes.
energy. They are eating up your mindset. They are eating up your health. And many times you get stress mentally, and suddenly you get a flu, or you feel that you cannot wake up in the morning easily, or it's becoming harder and harder.
Yes.
Because the demons are eating up slowly.
Yes.
It's not that it doesn't happen overnight.
Yes.
It's happening.
Yeah.
If you don't take care of them, you are losing.
Yeah, that's a really big issue, and I think now also it's becoming more of an issue, because I notice it even with people at work, or even in a professional setting, that because people are so connected all the time, and they're so caught up with everything, and they're so distracted all the time, that they never even have the opportunity to even look at what they are doing and how they are doing it. Like they're not even conscious of what they are doing. They're just programmed to run, work, وخلاص, you know.
We are playing a catch-up game.
Yeah.
Now we are living this life trying to catch up. And that's
Unfortunately,
the
yes.
worst thing that could happen to us. One thing, the analogy that I use most of the time is a sports analogy. Either you play defense or offense. And if you focus on defense only, sooner or later you will lose.
Yes.
If you don't score goals, you will lose.
Yeah.
Now, the way we are living, catching up, it's always defensive. Even in our conversations, we don't take initiative. In our work, we don't take initiative. We are trying to react to what's happening. That's literally defensive.
Yes.
Right? In our conversations, we try to, when we are listening, we are not listening. We are trying to catch what we can respond to. Even when we are having a conversation to find a solution, or no, it becomes like, how can I point my finger to the other person?
Yeah.
What can I catch from what they are saying? And in all of this process, we are losing ourselves.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but also I do believe that there's a lot of good things that is happening with the way that we have developed in terms of connectivity.
Yeah.
And just being able to be one click away from a loved one or someone that we care about. But since we're talking about the online space, and since we're talking about connectivity, you have taken a bit of a detour in your career, and you've decided to focus on personal branding and let's say building a public image, whether for yourself or even for your clients. And I'm just curious to know why you decided to do that, because it's a bit of a change of what you were doing before.
That's the point. So now, carrying on to what I was saying, is playing offense, not defense. Playing offense, I discovered that as a human beings, we are not one-trick ponies. We are not one-dimensional. We are multi-dimensional. So for me, looking back, growing up, we were always like, we have a sentence. When we get a degree, it's like a life sentence. That's who you are for your lifetime. You join a company, that's who you are for a lifetime. And then I discovered why. Why don't I compound my knowledge? I know technology. I know internet. Now I know languages. I know history. Can I, can I not mix all of this together and get my life experience and then put it in the mix? So then I read a book um, by Simon Sinek, Start With Why, and that put me in a journey. So since 2010, when I read it, I started introspecting
Okay.
and researching. Because in that book, the challenge was I had to find my why. Then I started researching and I was like grappling with it until I found a thread between not being in a box and why I'm a fan of the technology and the internet. So to cut a story short, technology and the internet, it's, for me, the best invention ever. For a simple reason.
Which is?
They have destroyed all the barriers.
Yeah.
For thousands of years, the human societies were built on a hierarchical structure. Some people have access and some people don't have access. The haves and the have-nots. And all of these barriers were based on the status and what's your class. Today, with the internet, we are all transparent.
Yeah.
When you go online, the internet doesn't care about your gender, your color, the languages you speak, your degree, your passport, where you're living. Even when I talk about degree, today someone without a high school degree, they can go online and have a course from Harvard or MIT. This is unheard of, literally. So this is now, it's the rules of the game have changed and it's leveling up the playing field.
And do you think it's also playing a role in maybe, I wouldn't say equalizing the wealth, but at least giving people that have been underprivileged access to some sort of wealth that they otherwise would not have access to?
You know, wealth, it's relative. Someone will be happy with $1 million, someone won't be happy even with $1 billion.
Yeah.
So it's deeper than wealth. As humans, we like giving excuses. It's like it's a national sport.
Yeah.
It's an international sport. Every time, it's an excuse after excuse. And many times, it seems like I hit a chord.
Yeah.
Did I?
A little bit.
Okay. Many times.
Yeah, only in some things. I'm trying to think of the things that I usually make excuses for, but it's probably because things that I don't like to do anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
So I try to justify it to myself using these excuses. Well, I mean, it works for me. At least it convinces
For everyone.
It convinces my own self, so I'm happy with it.
So the point of excuses, many times when we don't achieve our dreams, the easiest response is to give an excuse.
Yeah.
I couldn't because I didn't have enough wealth.
Yeah.
I'm living in an underprivileged country.
Yeah.
I don't have a network. Oh, this is exclusive. Oh, the rules, the law didn't allow me.
Yeah.
Or all of these excuses. Now with the internet, we don't have excuses anymore. And this is the real wealth. If you are living anywhere in the world and you need a knowledge, you can get it like this.
Yeah.
You need someone to work with you on a project, you can get it like this. If you are living in a country with a small economy, go online and sell to the world. No excuses anymore.
Yeah.
Education, team, clients, just do it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's my mission.
Yeah.
So for me, I want to inspire people to dare to dream and to follow through their dreams. Daring to dream because up until today, people are not allowing themselves to dream because of all of the excuses, all of the limitations, right?
Yeah.
Now, with the technology and the internet, and it's even more with AI, obviously,
Yes.
they are not, I don't believe that anyone is allowed to give excuses anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I definitely understand what you're saying, but again, you also have to look at it in terms of it's a numbers game, right?
Yeah.
So if, like you said, because you focused on personal branding and you want to do personal branding for people and you want them to shine and to really stand out from the rest.
Yeah.
Okay. But everybody else is doing it too. Everybody else is online. Everybody else is starting a podcast. Everybody else is trying to become famous on social media. Everybody else is trying to become a subject matter expert in their field and posting videos on TikTok. And what I'm saying is that, okay, no excuses, fine, but don't you feel like now, because of how much content that there is, you become sort of diluted? So, and when you become diluted, my question to you is, how on earth do you stand out? Like, what do you really have to do to stand out, to get the views, to get the numbers, to really try to like come from this huge pool and be like at least in the top, let's say, I don't know, 25% or 20%? Because
Yeah.
I'm sure clients come to you and they have the same question.
But that's the point. You know, one of the best concepts I like is the concept of the first principles.
Okay.
The internet, they put us, there are like 4 or 5 billion accounts, people who have access to the internet today, right? Do you know any company that sells to 5 billion people?
Obviously not.
1 billion, Meta maybe,
Maybe.
but these are users, not businesses. The companies that make money for the internet companies are not the users.
Yeah, yeah.
So definitely less than 1 billion.
Obviously a lot less.
So now when we go to the first principles, a normal trader or a commerce or a business, they used to sell to the neighborhood, to 100 people, right? Why do we extrapolate it today from 100 to 100 millions? That jump doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
If you want to build a company or a presence that you will be impacting or selling to 100 million person, that's a long journey. For me, being an influencer is not related to the numbers. I can talk to you today and convince you to go to a restaurant. How do we call it? I would influence you to go to that restaurant. And then I am an influencer. One person. The power of the internet today, anyone can stand out in his space.
Yeah.
One. Two, standing out online is not about being a subject matter expert. No.
What is it then?
It is about being authentic as a person, not as a professional.
Yeah.
Being professional is part of the person. The person is here, his job is here, his hobbies are here, his other job is here, his family is here, his sports are here.
Yeah.
Many times, as I said, the society tries to put us in boxes. Personal branding is about being everything that we are. The simple word I use, and it is the simplest idea, and it is the most powerful idea of business. People buy from people.
People buy from people they like.
People buy from people they like, people they trust, people who have a solution for their problem, who have answers for their questions. The basic thing is people buy from people. It's about a people connection. And when was the last time that you built a relationship based only about the professional aspects? Many times, even in our business life, we meet with our counterpart and we talk about the match of yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday I attended a big event. The barista had the phone behind the coffee machine watching the cricket match between India and Pakistan.
Oh yeah, that was what the fuss was about yesterday.
Exactly, right?
Because I was like, all the Indians and Pakistanis were like all over the place, and I'm like, what's going on? Exactly.
My friend lives in Sport City next to the cricket stadium. He was a
okay.
hostage. He couldn't leave.
Really?
He stayed at home.
No way.
Of course, the traffic.
Okay.
But that's the point. In business,
Yeah.
we don't speak about business all the time. And more than that, with this abundance of
Yes.
being able to sell to millions
Yes.
and knowing that we cannot sell to millions
Yes.
because everyone will sell to 100,
Yes.
few hundreds, then we have the luxury to choose the hundreds that we want to sell to. Then we will choose the hundreds that we like.
Yeah.
We like because you don't want to be buying from someone that you don't enjoy sitting with and having a coffee and receiving a call from.
But basically, that's yani, what you're trying to say is you're trying to say that you don't really necessarily have to be hyper focused on your niche when you are trying to create your online presence. You just have to be your authentic self. People will like you, and if they like you, they'll buy from you.
As a matter of fact, I say you should not focus on your niche.
That's the exact opposite of what everybody
I
on
know.
my podcast has said so far. You are the first person that comes on my podcast and be like, screw your niche.
No niche.
There should not be a niche, because honestly, I even what you're saying, I apply to myself.
Yes.
My podcast is supposed to be initially about
Yeah.
real estate, construction,
Oh,
you know,
really?
like business, real estate. Yani, first we're like
Yeah.
real estate and construction. Then we're like, oh, okay, fine, we'll make it
Yeah.
business. And then I was like, okay, fine, make it about people I like. And then I'm like, okay, fine, you know what?
People you don't like?
Yeah, maybe people that I don't like also. Then
Everyone.
maybe then everyone. By then I was like, you know what? I'm just doing this for fun. I don't give a shit.
I like it.
But I don't give a shit what anyone has to say. It's
I
my
love
podcast.
this.
It's my time. It's my effort. This is
Yeah.
my fun. But eventually, I think people will definitely find value in it, because I don't bring on people that don't offer value. At least for me, that's like the number one criteria. But does it really have a niche? Honestly, my answer to you, probably not as of now. I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah.
But is it the right thing or the wrong thing? I have very different opinions.
I'll tell you the two sides of the answer. So first, you. A podcast is like a media entity. And the media entities don't have a niche, but they have an editorial line. So you might have a news channel, so you might think that's their niche. Now, they are talking about news in so different ways. And then they have to talk about history. It's not news. And you can take an example like the biggest news channels like Al Jazeera. They are producing documentaries.
Yeah.
They are talking about society. It's not only news, right? So they had to expand. Why? Why will be the second answer. So now coming to your podcast, we will find a thread, and that will be your editorial line. You said few keywords like value.
Yes.
And knowing you are one of the most driven people I have met.
Thank you.
Like and it's a fact. The books you read, the knowledge you acquire, the way you manage your time, that's your focus about everything has to have positive value.
Yes.
It's like a positive addition.
Yes, that I
increment.
cannot deny. Right. Yes.
So your podcast, that could be the thread. How you can leave after watching every episode an expanded person, like someone who took an increment.
Yes.
No matter how small or big it is.
Yes.
Someone before watching and after watching, you are someone who became better.
Yeah, maybe like 1% better at least.
Exactly.
You know, that's why I enjoy sitting with you, because I
Likewise,
actually learn a lot from you, and we discuss a lot of things. So yes, value is at the core of everything that I do.
As a matter of fact, we met in a networking event with the Pod Club.
Yes.
Shout out to the Pod Club guys.
Fari and her team.
And Ivan and everyone around the Pod Club. And then the next time when we bonded, it was in the Sharjah Book Fair.
That's true.
It was about books and the discussion. we stood there.
Yes.
We were both in a hurry, and then we stood
Yes.
and we were discussing books and books
Yes.
and books and knowledge.
Yes.
And it was in a book fair.
Yes.
And that was the bond.
Yes.
It was not about, until that time, I didn't know where you worked.
That's
And you
true.
didn't know what I do. And that's
true.
how we build the connection.
Yes.
So now going back to the second answer about the niche. When you put yourself in a niche, you are limiting yourself about the topics you can talk about. So that will create an issue in the future because you will use everything that you can talk in your specialty. And then you will be struggling. What more content can you create? 2, you limit yourself in your audience because you will only attract people who are interested in this topic. 3, you are losing the audience who might be interested in your topic tomorrow, but today you did not allow them to discover your account because of your personality.
Yeah.
So I discovered you because of knowledge. Then, at that time, for example, let's say you are selling ice cream. I'm very interested in ice cream. But let's say your niche could have been ice cream.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I was not interested in ice cream. We built a connection because of knowledge. We found a common ground. I followed you. Next day, I became interested in ice cream. And then I discovered that's your service.
Yeah.
So I will buy it. So you did not deprive yourself from the extended community.
Okay.
Right? The fourth thing is, when you focus in your niche, even yourself, you will start only seeing content about your niche. So you're limiting your knowledge, even yourself. Because all of your discussions, all of the things you're researching, everything you're talking about is your niche. In fact, the niche, it's in its name.
طب ما هو I'm going to be the devil's advocate now.
Yes, please,
Okay,
yeah.
and I'm gonna be like, okay, but if I want, for example, I'm looking for someone to build my house, right? And I'm looking online, and the names that keep popping up are the people that are famous, big on numbers. They talk about everything, but they're not really specialized in, like, let's say, home building or home construction, etc. But the person that's actually really like focused and hyper, the person that's really hyper focused on his niche is not getting the numbers that he wants because people are not interested. Okay, but for me as a buyer, as a client, as a customer, do I really care about the numbers?
Yeah.
Or do I care about the person that's actually hyper focused on his niche because he probably knows better, because this guy is all over the place?
Here's my answer. When was the buying decision an impulsive buy? It's not.
It's not, especially, I mean, it could be for small things, but it's not for a big thing, yani. Like a
almost
house.
it's like just 1%. It's like the candy next to the cash counter.
Yeah.
But we don't have impulsive buys.
Okay.
So the person you will buy from in 6 months,
Yeah.
why would you be following him today? The person you will buy from in 2 years, why would you be following him today? I'll tell you 2 things.
Okay, but what are you? Okay, I want to follow you with this idea. I think you're going
So I'll
somewhere.
I'll tell you 2 things about this idea.
Yeah.
More than 70% of the decision to buy happens before the first face-to-face meeting. So it's what I'm publishing online that will help me when I meet you to buy.
Okay.
This is one part. The second part is, we don't like people who sell to us.
Okay.
Because the person who is selling to us is someone who is wanting to take our money. And we have an instinct like, this guy wants to take our money, I will shut down.
And it feels like it's as if this guy is just being a bit too pushy.
So, exactly. When your content is just, this is my service, this is my service, this is my service, this is my service, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
If I meet you today and I try to sell to you, forget about social media. I'm telling you, Mohammed, you know what? It's good, but I'm not interested. It's like, yeah. Then I meet you next day and I try to sell to you. Like, Mohammed, I told you, it's not the right time. The third day, you'll see me from far and you'll change from direction.
Yeah.
Again, why would I follow you if you are just talking about your services? Not even services, restaurants. The biggest mistake that restaurants make today is just food, 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 food.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I had Fahad Kalim on my podcast a few months ago. In fact, is probably one of the most famous TikTokers in Dubai.
Okay.
Probably the famous,
Yeah.
most famous. He has like 4+ million
Oh,
followers.
wow. Okay.
Okay. And he's the reason and he's the power behind some of the biggest names on TikTok and how he grew them, like
Interesting.
Tawfiq Raidia from
Right.
Brands for Less and others.
Yes,
They
yes,
started
yes,
with
yes.
0 followers
And he helped them.
and he
Wow.
helped them grow to a million. So he told me about the story of, I think it was a jewelry shop or something. I forgot what it was. But they made a video about something completely irrelevant. Completely, يعني so irrelevant. يعني I think it was something like it was a jewelry shop and then they put a video about a jacuzzi or something of a jacuzzi.
Okay.
Some يعني فرق السما والأرض, you know? And then they were telling him, they're like,
Yeah,
like
what's
what's going on?
where's the diamond?
Yeah. You know, with like I think you got the wrong client.
Yes.
You know, I think this
You mixed up
you mixed
the
up
scripts
us
and-
with a
yeah.
jacuzzi showroom or something. Then he's like, no, this is actually right. They're
It's
like,
for you.
but this has nothing to do with this. Then he gave the answer that I would probably never forget. He's like, if you want to be in this space, you have to play by the rules of this space. And if you want to play by the rules of this space, you have to give what the people want. And the people want to watch this because it's already trending.
Yeah.
Then you give people what they want.
Right.
Because
the
if
wave.
if you keep trying to push something down their throat, that's not gonna like.
Again, salesy.
When you come off too salesy, when you do this, when you do that, okay, someone is gonna come to you that wants to potentially or maybe buy, but not everyone.
See, in marketing and the funnel marketing, the first step is awareness. You cannot sell at the first step. The top of the funnel is awareness. Then you build the credibility, and then you build your social proof, and then you sell.
Yeah.
I was a member of a networking group called BNI, and they had a very beautiful
I think
concept.
I know them.
Yeah, it's Business Network International. It's
Yeah.
it's around the world. So one of the best concepts I ever heard. It's called VCP.
Okay.
Visibility, credibility, profitability. This is not even about the internet. They are talking about real life networking.
Yeah.
You cannot like generate referral from someone who does not know you. So you have to build your visibility first from your referral partner.
Okay.
Then you have to build your credibility.
And how do you do that?
Meeting, showing up.
Okay. But if you let's talk about online. Forget about face to face since
Yes, online.
our
Show up.
conversation is mainly
Publish
about
content.
online. Okay, that's the thing. But if you're in, for example, if in your real estate and you're publishing content that's not all real estate, do you think you're going to have the same impact?
Okay. What did I say was my inspiration to do personal branding? It was Start With Why by Simon Sinek.
Yes.
So for Simon Sinek, he had the golden circle, the why, the how, and the what, right?
Okay.
So he was saying start with why. The difference between companies, everybody knows what they do, very few know how they do it, and very few know why they do it.
Yeah.
When you start with your why, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because you hooked them through the why. So if I ask you about Apple, what do they sell?
Apple products, iPhones, iPads.
What did I tell you that Apple revolutionized many industries in their 40, 50 years of existence?
Yeah.
In the 90s, if we wanted to hear music, we had to buy a CD or a cassette,
Yes.
a full album.
Yes.
But then Apple came and they created iTunes.
Right.
And then the music industry was shifted
Completely.
completely People now, they can buy a song
Yes.
and they own it for life. Before, if you broke the CD, you had to buy it again,
Yes.
right? But then mobiles were tactile, and then no one wanted to have touch screen, and then Apple created the iPhone.
Yes, I remember.
Before Apple,
Because I
there
was
was
a BlackBerry user, and I thought I would never.
the full keyboard.
Yeah, and I thought I would never
Touch screen.
ever switch to a touch screen. Who the hell would want to switch? But it also goes to show you how unprepared
So
they were.
Simon Sinek, he uses Apple and other companies, but then he compares with Dell computers. Dell computers wanted to sell hard disks and screens and monitors and TVs.
Yeah,
And they know how to make TVs. They do monitors for their computers.
exactly.
They couldn't. Flopped. Why?
What flopped?
Hmm?
What flopped?
The TV business
Really?
for Dell computers. Why?
Because it's not.
No, because they are Dell computers. Nothing else.
Yeah.
What they do. Apple, they say, in everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. Whatever they do, they want to challenge the status quo. That allows them to sell software and hardware. They are in the music industry, not just the software. They created the iPod, then the iPhone, and then the accessories, and then
Yeah.
home appliances, and now they are producing movies. And don't put yourself in a niche. It might be the winning strategy for the short term, but you are limiting the upside so much.
Okay. طب what do you tell for companies or CEOs that are still not in the online space, at least?
That's another ball game.
Yeah, because some of them just refuse. Some of them are maybe don't see the way don't see it the way we do. Like even Tawfiq Khreidia, the guy from the co-founder of Brands for Less, he said in one of the interviews that he never thought he would ever do this in a million years, and that he was kind of like forced, I think, by one of his kids or something. Anyway, something along those lines. But basically what he was trying to say is that he never thought he was ever going to do it, and now he has like 1+ million followers. But there are a lot of other people like him. Even me, people that I know on a personal level, they're like, and
it's it hurts me for many reasons, and I think I'll have like a 3-4 parts answer for this question. Please allow me.
Yeah, sure, take your time.
The first reason that that frustrates me, and honestly it makes me sad, is in online I'm missing thought leaders, and I'm desperately looking for thought leaders to help them build their personal brand and being present online with thought leadership. And I believe that the younger generation...
You don't think we have enough?
We don't have almost any. I believe that the younger generation are craving to find them. And today we have 18 years old, and 19 and 20 years old. They are learning from 22 and 23 and 24 years old because they don't find 30 and 40 and 50 years old present online. And these youngsters, that's where they learn, online. And then we start blaming them, and this new generation, they don't know anything. Be there to teach them, to share with them, to inspire them, to impact them. As older generations, we just resigned. So that's the first part. That's why the sadness and the frustration. The second part is, all of these CEOs, there are two reasons why they're not present online. One is the lack of time, and then I completely understand. And then,
but even that is not.
And then I help them to find time. It's not that difficult. But then the second one, sometimes we need to find the real reason why they don't want to. Is it shyness from camera? Is it not believing? Is it they don't want to?
Or a combination of everything.
Exactly. For me, the way I say it, there are different personas for the digital presence. There is the ignorant who doesn't know how to do it. There is the lazy, who's like, I don't have time. There is the fearful, who is afraid of the cost, money, and effort. And there is the paranoid, who's like, oh, people will be following me, and now they know, right? And there is the visionary.
Yeah.
So choose who you are. This is the second part question. The third part is the upside, is playing offense. As a CEO, as a leader, you have so many reasons. I'll try to give you a few to be, and hopefully I can convince you. We can continue the conversation. One, your customers. And we can see the biggest companies, the leaders have a bigger presence than the company. We have like here for Brand for Less, but even internationally, like Elon Musk, like all of these guys, they are more known than their companies because people buy from people.
That's true.
People will bet on the CEO of this company, and that's why they will work with it.
Yeah.
Two, many CEOs of big companies, they rarely meet with all of their employees. When they become present online, they will shake the hands of their employees without meeting them face to face. So it's a new way to be closer to the newer generation in your employees by inspiring them, by being in touch with them, and they can see you. Third reason, we see a big break in the economy that we have CEOs taking decisions for customers who are a completely new generation without them understanding this new generation. A CEO wouldn't invest a lot in their digital marketing, even though their new customers are about digital. So when the CEO becomes present online, they will have a bigger empathy. They will understand their customers. Right?
Okay.
Four, a CEO with all of these years of experience, they ought to share, to give back to the society.
They owe it to humanity and to society.
Absolutely. And I can go on and on.
Yeah.
And this is the time we live in. And I think I can finish with this reason. I think when we passed through the COVID, we understood.
Yeah.
We all have to be present online. It's not debatable anymore. I believe so, at least.
And what do you think is the number one mistake that you see most executives are doing when it comes to being in the online space? What's the reoccurring issue or mistake that keeps happening?
Two.
Two mistakes, okay.
The first one is online, the communication is a two-way street. It's not like the traditional media where you go to in the TV or the newspaper.
You say what you want.
You say, and that's it.
That's it.
It's not a two-way street. The second one is what we inherited from the traditional media. It's a too polished image.
Yeah.
The CEO, that's how they have to appear. They don't break that image. And the example here I always give, you take the Hollywood stars who are like in the latest of the latest cameras in their movies. In their social media, it's the shittiest image that they post.
That's true.
Because they want to go down. They want to go closer to their community.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I love that. I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
About if you had to pick one platform that's the best for creating your personal brand. If you had to drop all the platforms and just stick to one.
Why? Why, oh why?
Because I like to ask these questions.
I know.
I think especially for people, let's say professionals or executives, specifically executives.
That's the point in questions. The more you specify, the more it becomes easier to answer. I was torn apart, but because of this addition, there is only one platform.
Which is?
LinkedIn.
Thank you.
But because of that addition,
yeah.
Without that addition, I had another answer.
Which is?
Facebook.
Come on.
Yes.
No way.
For different reasons that people are not aware of.
I would respectfully but strongly disagree, because I think Facebook is only for like grandfathers or grandmothers or
No, I'll tell you why. Seriously. Facebook, people don't know this.
Yeah.
It is the only platform that is built for growth and community building compared to all of the other platforms. And I'll tell you how. The way Facebook is built, it has personal profiles, it has pages, and it has groups. So they really made a difference. If you go to Instagram, business profile or a personal profile, it's the same thing.
Yes.
Go to TikTok, the same thing.
Yes.
They don't have these aspects. Profile, page, group. Next layer, page is where the business or a thought leader is. It's not the profile, it's a page.
Okay.
Right? For the page, you will have people liking it. You have a content in the page, people can share it. Other pages can share it. You can share it in groups. Notice this. The growth is happening within the platform. I don't need to go outside of the platform to get views or to grow the platform, to grow the page. More than that, when I do sponsored ads for the Facebook page, I can have a campaign to just grow the followers of the page, not the content, not the posts. If I went to Instagram or TikTok, I have to make a sponsored ad on the post and then hope that the people who saw the post will follow me. On Facebook, I can have a campaign to grow the page. I can have a campaign for the post, and whoever liked the post, I can invite them there and then to like the page. It is really the way it's constructed. It helps you to grow. And on top of that, Facebook has monetization like YouTube. Instagram doesn't have monetization for the viewership yet. Facebook does have it. If I published a video on YouTube, how will I get viewership? Either YouTube platform itself will recommend my video, and that's a very optimal algorithm. YouTube has one of the best algorithms, like TikTok, to get viewership on your content. But that's not under your control. That's the platform deciding who will watch your content. Then you have to get out of the platform, get the link of the video, share it on WhatsApp, put it on Twitter, put it on LinkedIn, put it on so many platforms to get viewership. Whereas on Facebook, you stay in the platform through the pages and the groups and the profiles to get. That's why I believe Facebook has internal tools for growth that no other platform has.
But you're disregarding one key element and one key point, which is not everybody is on Facebook. A lot of people are not on Facebook, at least the newer generation, or at least the younger generation, or let's say the people that are within the age range of like 20 to 30 or 20 to, let's say, 40. Many of them would probably be, because they're usually our age or younger, they are on Instagram and TikTok, and Facebook, barely anyone uses it. Because I think Facebook is for the, correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe it's for the bit older generation, like 40 plus.
Yes, but Facebook still has the biggest number of users compared to all of the other platforms, fact. Two, many times it depends on the region, not necessarily the age only. So there are many regions in the world where Facebook is still number one for all generations. Three, many times you want to have the decision makers who will be part of your community. And if we are talking about the older generations, these will be the ones with money and who are the decision makers. So we can touch them there. In no sense or meaning that I'm not the spokesperson of Facebook. As a matter of fact, I'm spending more time in other platforms, even though I have the biggest following in Facebook.
Wallah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I have a Facebook page with 37,000 followers.
Oh, wow.
So Instagram is second, just 24.
But do you still actively post on Facebook?
Yeah.
You do?
See, personal branding for me is about being omnipresent. So I'm present everywhere.
Okay.
So I have a Facebook page, I have an Instagram, TikTok, Medium, LinkedIn, Twitter, you name it. Even platforms.
And you post on those continuously?
As much as I can. Today, Instagram is the easiest to post in. TikTok is the second. Facebook is the third, for me at least. And I'm actively, currently, as we speak, I'm creating a specific strategy for X and for LinkedIn.
Tab, let's say, for example, I'm a guy right now. I'm
Yeah.
an executive. I'm sorry. I'm a guy, I'm an executive. I come to you and I tell you, Mohammed, I want to create my online personal brand.
Yeah.
What would be the strategy that you'd follow in a brief way?
The first step is to find his thought leadership. It's not about his CV, it's not about his experience, about his career only.
So that's step number one.
That's step number one. Finding his thought leadership, then defining the target audience, the brand lexicon, the brand emotions, because being present online or even speaking in general, it's about how you make people feel. Then I would create his revenue matrix.
Okay.
So the revenue matrix
That's step number three.
That's step number three, exactly. In the revenue matrix, we define what books they will write, what workshops they can provide, what keynotes they will give, what merchandise can be linked to their personal brand, what networking they will do, the whole revenue matrix, and with steps, because there'll be scalable and non-scalable activities. That's step number three.
But before you jump into step number four, can he still do that if he doesn't have enough following? Let's say if he has a few hundred people.
The strategy, I'm building it not for just 3 months.
Okay.
It's something they will keep and will be growing and will be activating.
So
the
it will be
products.
there, but it will just be activated once
When the time,
when the time's right.
Because, okay, as soon as we do it and we agree, these are the keynotes that we can give and these are the workshops we can provide. When someone doesn't have a history of public speaking or keynotes,
Right.
they will need to be ready and willing to give speeches for free. They cannot charge,
Right.
right? But that's how they become better at it.
Okay.
So after that,
Step number four.
step number four, that's where we build the whole online strategy. The website, the sitemap,
Yeah.
the YouTube strategy, the Facebook strategy, all the online strategy.
Yeah.
That's how the personal brand, it's a document that has close to 30 pages, and that will include all of this.
And how long do you usually think it takes from the time you initiate this plan until you get enough acceptable traction?
Honestly, one thing
Let's say someone's fully committed.
Yeah, fully committed. It means we'll be posting on a daily basis.
Yeah, assuming he has also a full-time job. He's an executive, he's busy,
True.
obviously.
So that's why I do batch work.
Okay.
So we would take 4 hours, we would shoot for a full month, and then he can go,
Okay.
right? So that will take 3 to 6 months.
So you say that in 6 months he should have enough traction to...
Exactly.
Okay. And do you think right now it's becoming harder to gain followers as it was before?
One thing that I noticed for myself and for my clients, the more active in the real life we are, the better traction we get online.
Give me an example.
We met in an offline setting.
Right.
Then we followed each other, and then we became committed to each other.
Right.
When you are only discovered through online discovery, the buy-in is not as strong as when you really know someone. You met them. 2 weeks ago, I was delivering a workshop. The people who followed me from that workshop, they are following me on a daily basis. Whenever I post a story, I post something, I find they are the first ones to react and engage. We cannot grow online if we are not active offline.
Okay.
The second thing I want to add is all the parameters or all the skills we need to grow online are the same to grow offline, meaning the listening skills, the empathy, being positive, being active. If we want to grow our community offline, we need to do certain things, the same things we need to do online.
Okay. And usually, if you had to pick someone that would be an ideal client for you, what are the key things that you would be looking at in that particular person? Be like, yes, this person really would be a great character or a great personality online. What are you looking for in that particular person?
Yeah, again, thought leadership. If someone is not having the
But
blocked
everyone
mindset,
can say, I'm a thought leader in X and Y.
prove it. Yeah, prove it. When someone is only blocked in that box, they can only talk about this thing. They cannot. They can, but it will be more difficult. If someone is a natural networker, oh my God, he's the best candidate. A natural networker, usually he's able to do it because he's not blocked. He's not in a niche in the real life. Because networking, you cannot network and be always servers and right. So a natural networker.
So basically, someone that's a kind of a social butterfly, someone that can create conversations easily with people in an offline setting, can easily do that
100%.
also on camera. Do you ever feel like maybe some people are good offline, but then when you put them in front of a camera, they cannot?
Yeah, many.
It happens.
Many. Because, see, when now, at this moment, I'm not seeing my facial expressions and I'm speaking to you.
Yeah.
Right? The moment I put it in a camera, then I be noticing things. Like, oh, why is my glasses like this? And why is my voice like this? And oh, I never heard my voice.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, I don't want. No. Go for it, man.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So your strategy, this one, the strategy that you mentioned, is it one that you have improved over time?
Yeah.
So it was a trial and error process.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And there was one interesting guy that you worked with, and he authored a book.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me a little bit more about that particular person, because I think that was one of the, maybe in your case, at least from what I understood, probably one of the most, let's say, prized sort of clients.
No, honestly, it's and even, I mean, he became a friend as well. It's he contacted me before he was done with the book and he was getting ready to publish it.
Can we say his name?
Yeah, Hisham Al-Amrani. Yeah,
Hisham
his
Amrani.
book is Speak Like a VIP.
Yeah.
It's called, the name of the book is Speak Like a VIP. It's about public speaking.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, he should be also a guest here.
Yeah, inshallah.
His mission is to inspire 1 million persons around the world to find their voices and to speak up.
Yeah.
That's his mission. So for him, he was a coach of VIPs to do public speaking, and he never thought about his online presence. So when we met, the concept was to be public speaking, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? Then when we met, I explained to him, no, we should find your thought leadership, and he's a great thought leader, and he has done his experience. He worked in Disneyland, he worked in banking, he worked in media, he worked in PR, he worked in so many fields and industries that it was for me, it was not just a pride or fascinating, it was a happy journey.
Yeah, he's a well-rounded individual, basically.
He is. So honestly, today we push each other every day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tab, what do you say to people that are saying, let me ask this question in a more direct way.
Sure.
What do you say of people that claim that YouTube now is the next big thing? It was always big.
Yeah.
It was always big.
Yeah.
But right now, I feel like a lot of people are realizing also the new potential of YouTube. Because I think from basically conversations that I've had with a lot of content creators, especially after COVID, that a lot of these content creators realized that they want to own, control, and manage their own creative process. Whether it's a content creator that does content about a particular hobby, or even business people that are also content creators, they want to control their creative process and get into the short film type of thing where they can maybe document a portion of their life or a portion of what they do or whatever it is. Because I think also now we had a conversation, I think, or there was a conversation in the 1 billion followers summit, is how Hollywood is not what it used to be before. And now it's being replaced a lot more by online content, right? And I forgot her name, but there was one particular executive that made the presentation, and she said that for the first time in history, advertising budget from big companies and corporations, etc., has surpassed by advertising budget for content creators, influencers, or whatever you want to call it, people in the social media scene, has surpassed linear TV. Mm-hmm. So basically, companies are investing more money and more capital with content creators and social media than linear traditional TV because
I would take
the
this
exposure.
with a grain of salt.
Why?
The bias of all of these stats, always it's about the US.
True.
It's a 350 million market that has the biggest advertising budgets, even probably.
But they're the trendsetters also.
They are. So, but then how long does it take for that trend to reach 5 billions? Too long. So I agree to a certain extent. Now,
okay, but what's your take on it?
Yeah. So multiple faults. So Google has been struggling with social networks since 2010. They created Google Plus and then they killed it. So now Google.
Yeah, whatever happened to Google Plus?
Shit,
I forgot about. It's not there anymore.
No, they killed it. And before Google Plus, they had Google Wave that they had to kill for Google Plus. A lot of things. So Google has been struggling with social networks.
They've been trying to get into it and it never.
So now they have scattered effort. So they have YouTube, they have Google Maps, they have Google Photos, and all of them act like social networks. Because when you put your photos in Google Photos, you can share it with people.
Yeah.
Google Maps, you can put reviews and you can have followers. In Google Maps, you can have followers when you are growing your Google Map profile. Okay. YouTube is the most apparent social network that Google owns. They had acquired it in 2007, I think. It was not done by Google in the beginning. And it has been growing and changing, but not drastically.
Yeah.
So what are the latest changes that Google did in the last 3-4 years? First, they added a community tab. So now you can put a status, you can put a photo, you can add text. It was not there. 2, they rode the wave of the vertical short videos to combat TikTok. So now they have shorts, like Instagram has Reels. Okay. YouTube added that. They didn't have it. 3, YouTube, and this is the game changer if they do it right. They have now automatic dubbing. It was launched a month ago. So now this conversation is in English. Google very soon, no matter what language you speak, you can listen to it in your language.
Wow.
And that will destroy the barriers for all the content creators. Because today, this conversation in English, maybe from the, I think, 2.5 billion users of YouTube, maybe 1 billion can listen. We are like half of the community of the people cannot. But when we have automatic dubbing, that opens the gates.
But why did you mention Google as part of your answer to my question?
Because YouTube is owned by Google.
Yes, but YouTube and Google they're separate entities.
They are not.
I mean, they're owned by Alphabet, which is the mother company.
Yeah, so it's
but
Google.
Don't you feel like YouTube operates with different algorithms and with different I don't
different
know.
algorithm, but it's the ecosystem, the same. You have a Gmail account automatically that you use that for YouTube.
Yes. Yes.
It's the same user account.
Yes, that's true.
It's the
So
same ecosystem.
so basically, what you're trying to say is that on YouTube
Today I
they
send
will.
you a message on WhatsApp. I open my Facebook. I get a recommendation to add you on my Facebook. These companies act in ecosystems. It's never separate, independent.
So what you're trying to say is that maybe this is a result of a conscious effort from Google to really push their platform, which is YouTube or any other.
YouTube is as old as Facebook,
Yeah.
almost. It's
Yeah.
just 2 years apart. And YouTube was the first platform to give money to creators.
Yes.
So they rightfully claim that they enable creators to make money.
Yeah.
They did it the first, and they have been doing it. And currently, we have outliers who are generating 50 and 70 and 80 million dollars a year
Yeah.
from just ads, from the YouTube ads, right? So they are doing something right.
Yeah.
You cannot talk about other platforms who do that. And I know for a fact that there are many creators in North America who had an issue with Instagram that is taking most of their time, posting stories, engaging,
Yeah.
and doesn't give them money. So they wanted to punish Instagram and to put more from their focus on YouTube. So personally, I stopped publishing my long format videos on Instagram. It's like, why? I get views here.
Yeah.
But so how do we use Instagram now, for example, in this strategy? Instagram is very optimal for the day-to-day handshakes,
Yeah.
communities, talking to your community.
Yes.
Very easy. Story, right, left, you keep in touch.
It's very personal.
Very personal, community management.
Right.
Then you have a video on YouTube, you take them because you kept in touch with them on a daily basis.
Okay.
Right.
It got me thinking because it wasn't just one or two or three. It was a lot of people and people that are very solid on the social media scene that have been telling me, yeah, man, YouTube. We're really trying to get on YouTube. There was a guy that was telling me, yeah, I'm like planning to do like a daily sort of like vlog, but not like a normal vlog, but more like a short film type of thing, you know. So it's a lot of this.
See, I have a challenge when we are following trends because most of the times when we see the trend, it has already died or passed.
Yeah.
So if you feel that vlogging represents you and you are willing and ready to put the effort, yes, by all means, go for it.
But you have to have something to offer, right? Like
I'll tell you the
like
biggest...
who's gonna want to follow a vlogger that has no like
just to follow me on my day. I took I rode the car. I arrived to the office. Like, give me a break. I'll tell you the one thing, and this could be the most valuable thing I share with you today about YouTube.
What?
YouTubers miss that it is called a YouTube channel, not a YouTube show.
Okay.
It's called a channel.
Right.
And when you have a channel, you have multiple shows. And every show has seasons, and every season has episodes. Today, most YouTubers, they look at YouTube as a show.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And that's why when I build the personal brand for my clients, I give them multiple shows to create on YouTube.
Yeah, actually, that is an interesting way to look
Consider
at it because
it
you
as
shouldn't.
your TV channel.
Yeah, your content shouldn't be maybe like stuck to one particular.
So the old advice
theme
of YouTube is like have one episode per week or per 2 weeks on the same day on the same time. I don't believe that's applicable anymore. Why? Sticking to the same day, same time, it's as if people will watch your video being published live. But they are not. They will watch it 2 days after you publish it.
مثلا, yeah.
They will watch it 1 week after you publish it.
Yeah.
Did it matter
No.
that you published it this time. As a matter of fact, if we put the history of watch of any video we publish, you'll see it will go across 3 days or 7 days. Depends on how good it is doing.
Yeah.
Right? So if it does good in the first 12 hours, YouTube will still find new watchers. Depends on the click-through rate and the average watch time. And then after the first day, the 2 days, people are still clicking on the thumbnail and they are still watching, YouTube will keep. So it's not about that one topic. And here's the, sorry, I remembered this. This happened because of TikTok mostly, and it was happening with YouTube even before. And most of social networks now, they are updating their algorithms to change in this manner. The viewership in TikTok is not linked to your followers. With every videos, you get a new chances to be discovered.
Okay.
Traditionally, all of the social networks were built upon when you publish something, we will first show it to a portion of your followers.
Yeah.
TikTok said, forget about that.
We're going to do it differently.
You publish something with every video, we'll consider it as a new video. And we'll see who will like it. And depending on the reaction and engagement of the people that they showed it to, they will show it to more people. YouTube has been doing that. That's why on YouTube, many times you get recommended a video that is 3 years old or 5 years old. This is the second aspect on YouTube that is beating all of the other social networks. YouTube doesn't punish your content because it's old.
So what does it do then?
It recommends new and old. As a matter of fact, when you monetize your YouTube channel and you publish a new video, you will get views on your new video as well as your old videos.
Okay.
So in fact, you will keep caching. The more content you publish, the more money you will be making.
Okay.
I'm making the case for YouTube and other channels and other social networks. Today, the hottest one is TikTok. It's not YouTube.
Really?
It
Still is?
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, I hear mixed opinions, but obviously...
And also depends on the region where you are based.
Yeah.
If you were in North America, YouTube, doesn't have a competitor.
Yeah.
In our region here, TikTok is putting a lot of effort.
Okay.
Is putting a lot of money.
Also?
Yeah.
Okay. My question to you, the $1 million question. If I'm an executive and I'm building my personal brand in Dubai, should I prioritize content in English or in Arabic if I speak both languages fluently?
Is your name Mohammed, the executive?
Let's say yes.
Yeah, let's say yes. Okay, so
I'm not saying don't do both.
No,
I'm saying which one to prioritize.
Yeah. Did you notice that earlier I said YouTube has automatic dubbing?
Yes.
Very soon it won't matter. Very soon.
But come on, it's not the same.
Sure, maybe.
Or are you telling me that it will also have the same tonality?
Yeah, it will learn. It will very soon. Anyway, it's not today.
Yeah.
Right. That's one. Two. If you remember in the second part in building the personal branding strategy, we defined the target audience.
Yes.
So also, the target audience will come from your mission. So
let's say my target audience is the Dubai market.
No, it's more. Like for me, in my mission is to influence people back home in Tunisia. Okay. So I'll have to speak even with a Tunisian dialect. So if you check my videos, I make them in Tunisian dialect and then I put subtitles in the formal Arabic and English. Right? That's the second one. But if your target audience is English speakers, then English. Personally, I'll tell you about me.
Okay.
Why I make content in Arabic.
Yes.
One, going back to YouTube, YouTube is struggling to find enough Arabic content in Arabic. When you are watching a video in Arabic,
You think?
Yes.
Even till this day?
Of course. I mean, if you compare the numbers between English and Arabic, I mean, it's not comparable. Between
I mean,
Arabic
it's
and
not,
any
it's not
language.
comparable, but right now, like, there's quite a lot of
Still.
Arab YouTubers.
Still. Arab YouTubers, but which field? Which specialty?
Yeah.
Because this is what happens. I'm watching a video in Arabic about business. YouTube now, the algorithm, is looking for 5 to 10 videos about business in Arabic to recommend, to keep people watching. They don't find enough. YouTube doesn't find enough.
Are you sure that's still the case?
Of course.
I don't know. It sounds a bit strange that
No.
we are more than 300 million people.
We are not creating content.
And we're still not creating enough content.
And it's very simple. And this is where also I throw the ball back
But actually,
at
yeah,
YouTube.
you're right. Because now when I think about it, Saudis really, really
Pushing.
pushed through
But-
YouTube a lot. But that's also because, don't forget, cinemas were banned there. So they had to create.
But more than that, today, YouTube, they claim they make the living for the content creators,
Yeah.
but that's not true for most of creators. In fact, they only help few. And it's not because of them. We don't have many businesses spending ad budget on YouTube. Creators will only make money if there is enough businesses putting money as ads on YouTube.
Yeah.
Today, because we don't have so many enough, creators cannot make the multi-millions,
Right.
right? So it's the chicken and the egg.
Okay.
If the consumers will be more on YouTube, the businesses will have to spend money on ads on YouTube, the creators will make money. But what would bring the consumers more on YouTube if we have more creators? Because the consumers here, I'm talking about also content consumers.
But I can also be the devil's advocate here, and I'd be like, well, that's also going to change because tomorrow you can create a clone of yourself. That's AI.
Yeah.
And you could just do content online with just an AI bot using your face, using your.
Yeah, please do. What I was saying is, the issue is the content consumers are not finding enough good content for them in this platform or the other one. That's why they don't stick around for a long time.
Yeah.
If they stuck around for a long time, the businesses who want their money, they will target them in that platform. So now the content creators have the responsibility to create good content to keep people connected and consuming their content.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
If, let's say, I had 500,000 followers on YouTube,
Yes.
would it be
Subscribers.
easier? Subscribers, sorry. Subscribers on YouTube. Would it be easier to transfer those into my other platforms, or it would be easier if I had 500,000 followers on Instagram and transfer some of them onto YouTube and convert them into subscribers? Which one?
The only time where transfer happens successfully was with Cristiano Ronaldo. The only time. It almost never happens.
Yeah, I remember there was some crazy number like within the first day.
His Instagram followers came to his YouTube channel. That was the first time it ever happens. But usually, almost no one succeeded in transferring their followers across platforms.
They never succeeded, but it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It happened, but not maybe as much as they wanted.
See, because
but which one is easier, to go from YouTube to others or from the others to YouTube? Because I'm going to put all of those in one pool, since YouTube is in a league on its own, you know?
No, it's not even that. It's for Instagram, with the stories, you can lead people to YouTube, even though it doesn't happen that easily, but you can. On YouTube, how do I bring people to my Instagram or TikTok? I do it when I mention them in my YouTube during the
and then you tag.
And then I tag. That's how it happens. It has a lot of friction. It has a lot of friction.
So what's the answer then going to be? Which one would be easier.
Don't bet on it. Don't put it in as part of your main strategy.
Okay. Because it could go both ways.
And most probably the other way.
Which is?
You'll put a lot of effort and hope on it, and then you'll not get the result you want.
Yeah. Yeah, because there are a few people, actually, if you think about it, yeah, they are at most 10 or probably less.
Who have good following in many
and all, specifically in Dubai.
Yeah.
There's a Syrian guy called Anas Marwa, and his brother called Usama Marwa.
Yes,
They are the ones, another guy called Ghaith Marwan, I think. I think all three of them
but still
have like super good numbers across all. But they started with YouTube, by the way.
Instagram. But for all
Anas, I think, started with YouTube, no?
But for all of them, this is a good number and this is a good number. So when you say they have good numbers in everywhere, not the same numbers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, obviously, not the same.
So they could not translate all of them
No,
across.
no, they could not. They will never be the same numbers either way, because there's always going to be specific preference of one platform over the other. If you had to give, it reminded me of that guy who had the other one. If, you know, the Nigerian guy, if I snap my finger, you forget that you were ever gay. Remember? Oh my
Crazy
God.
guy.
If.
Yes.
Yeah. If you had to, no, but really, if you had to give 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to call, pieces of advice right now in a very short way for someone that wants to create his own personal brand and get online but does not know how to get started, what would you tell him in the most, let's say, summarized way?
Sure. As we said, networking. So many people are shy of standing in front of the camera. My advice is, you are sending voice notes on WhatsApp, send video notes on WhatsApp. Get used to shoot videos of yourself and sending them. That the barrier of being shy and afraid to be judged, you can do it in a safe space on WhatsApp with family and friends.
Yes.
So that's the first advice.
Okay.
Send video notes. Get used to making videos. 1. 2, you can start without showing your face. You don't need to be showing your face.
That's good
so
advice.
Start somewhere.
Yeah.
3, the first thing you want to do is put your name on Google. See what you find. Do you own your presence online? We have a saying in Arabic is, hear from me and don't hear about me.
Yeah.
And this, people usually use it when they discover that there are some stories being told about them.
Yes.
Now search for your name on Google and own your narrative.
Okay.
Right?
Wow. That's really good advice. طيب, that's great. Mohammed, it was great having you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the time that you had
Thanks for
together.
having me, seriously.
Habibi, Allah khali.
We didn't talk about money, by the way.
We didn't. You want to talk about money?
It's up to you.
Let's do it. لأن إحنا هلا now it's an hour and a half. Do you, بس أنا بالعكس, we could do it.
It's your question. Ask your question.
I want, let's jump into monetization.
Oh wow, you had many more.
I had, بس
you
لأنه
improvised.
what happened is when usually when I take it to an hour and a half, هون بقى it depends. Yeah, like some people like to خلاص either keep it at an hour and a half maximum, or you could go up a little bit. So let's talk about monetization. بالعكس أنا لكن شايف كاتبة.
Don't ask about monetization personal brand. Ask about making money in general.
Okay. أنا كاتبهم هون. طيب. We'll do it again. Do you want to? How long do you want to do it? لأن نحن هلا صرنا ساعة ونص. You want to do?
الرقم القياسي متاع البودكاستينج هو متاع 8 ياسر الحزيمي about relationships.
Yeah.
It was a 3.5 hours podcast.
Oof.
And while shooting, he apologized. Sorry, I know it's taking long. The host told him, we have the studio, speak as long as you want.
Okay.
And that broke the record,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Again, it's not about the time.
أنا اللي بيريحك.
It's
أنا
about the
for me
value.
I'm flexible.
I'm fine.
I'm
I'm
flexible.
fine.
Okay. تمام. خلاص then we'll go back to it لأنه
Sure.
some people الصراحة بزعل عليهم لأنه بحسوا إن يمكن خلص تعبوا
لا.
especially after talking for a long time. All right. So let's get into the monetization of your online presence.
Sure.
Because that's the most difficult part of doing it. Tamam?
And probably the most important part. As well.
Probably the most important. Because, for example, I'll take my own podcast as an example, right? It's very, very, very hard to monetize because it's like, who comes first, the chicken or the egg? You need to have the followers before you get to a point or a position to ask for monetization. And then if you also have to spend a lot of money to get a lot of followers, to be able to have a lot of leverage to monetize. So, and sometimes when you spend a lot of money, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get a lot of followers.
See, there are two things. First, maybe in this podcast, we focused a lot on executives, right?
Yes.
And maybe these guys, they would not care about monetizing because anyway, they have a goal of bringing clients to their businesses, impacting and influencing their employees, sharing their knowledge because they giving back to the society. But most of my clients, they are part of their growing their wealth. And as you rightfully said, it costs a lot. So if I don't show them that they can make money, if you remember, the third step was the revenue matrix, how to generate money from building your personal brand. If I didn't have that part of my services, it wouldn't make sense for people to pay me to build their personal brand. I have to show them that this can really equate money, can lead to money. So I'll try to say it in very short and simple, and then we can expand if needs be.
Yeah.
Being present online, there are 3 ways to make money.
Okay.
And unfortunately, most of content creators, they focus in one way that makes it very difficult for them to make money. The one way they focus on is to get deals from brands, and then in exchange, they will do ads for them. And that's the most difficult way, and that's the least efficient way.
Okay.
For them and for the brands, and we'll come back to it. So now the 3 ways content creators can make money. The first one is from platforms.
Okay.
The platforms that pay today are YouTube, Facebook, TikTok.
But let's be realistic. They don't pay that much.
It
right?
depends. It depends.
I mean, okay, let's take YouTube as an example.
Yeah.
You really have to have a lot of views and a lot of numbers to monetize.
Yeah.
But what I was, okay, let me, maybe because I also didn't phrase my question properly.
Sure.
What I meant is to get sponsors or to get people that
We'll come to that.
Okay.
So what did I say? I said 3 ways.
Okay. All right. Then my bad. My mistake.
So the first one is the platforms.
Okay.
So now you have to know that your YouTube, your Facebook, your TikTok, your website, they all can generate money and more.
Okay.
Right? That's 1. 2, sponsorships. But sponsorships, usually, it's not only about the numbers. Sponsorship is about the quality of your community.
Yeah.
When you prove that I have executives, like today we focus on executives, right?
Yeah.
If you tell me that you get 1,000 views from 1,000 executives, there are so many brands they would love to be in front of these executives.
Yeah.
Right? So when you know who are your followers, who is your community, then you get sponsorships. The third way to get money is to get money from your community. And you get it in two ways. The first way is to have ad collaboration with brands.
Okay.
And why this is not efficient? Because most of content creators, they have a community that is scattered between many countries. And the brand you will sign with are only interested in your community in my local area.
Yeah.
Then, as a business, I pay an influencer to do an ad for me, but they don't bring me the return that will make it worthwhile my investment. That's why influencers are struggling now more and more to get these deals.
Yeah.
The second way content creators can get money from their community is to create their own products.
Yeah.
I follow you, I believe in you, sell me something that you create. Don't sell me to the brands.
Okay.
Create a product and I will support you. So now, let's say you have a podcast. First, we become omnipresent and we generate money from platforms. It can be small from every platform, but that adds up.
Okay.
Two, we understand who is our community, and then we know, we define, we try and we search for the businesses who are interested in this community, and we sell them sponsorship. Three, we have a podcast, we understand the value, and we create merchandise. We create digital products that our community will be more than happy to buy.
Okay.
And these would be three ways to generate money.
So it's a lot of it, I would say it's a long-term thing. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
There are no really.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, a lot of
there are no get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah,
no.
But unfortunately, most people think of it that way.
It can't.
But if you had to pick the best person that has the best online presence, that really has mastered the art of having a great personal brand, who would you pick in the world and then in the Middle East, Arab world?
Sure.
I want you to pick one and one. It could be a man or it could be a woman.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I do. Honestly, anyway.
Now I got you thinking, maybe.
No, in the world, I'm a fan of someone who is called Pat Flynn.
I actually never heard of him.
Yeah, Pat Flynn, I'm really a fan of him.
Let me write this down.
Yeah.
Pat Flynn?
Yeah, Pat Flynn, Flynn.
Who's this guy?
So Pat Flynn is a Gen X.
Okay.
So, I fell in love with him during Corona.
Okay.
So this guy, he built his personal brand. He created so many workshops.
Okay.
He invested in so many startups. So currently he's an investor in an email marketing startup, one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
He has workshops about creating your podcast, workshop about entrepreneurship. In his social media, even though he's close to his 50s, he's playing with his kids, he's very playful, so he's really close even to the younger generation today. And why I fell in love with him, because I felt the truth in his action that confirmed what he's saying. During Corona, he did not abuse the people and trying to market that, hey, I have this course at a discount rate and you can buy it because I want to help you, but you still want to sell me. For Pat, during Corona, he gave his courses for free because he really knew that people were struggling. He opened like courses for entrepreneurship for free.
Nice.
And that's how I knew that he was truthful. Because your online presence, if it does not fit with your mission, if it does not fit with your words, if your actions don't you know, confirm your words, you are a con man.
Or at least you're perceived as one.
Yeah. So for me, Pat Flynn, I'm a fan of him,
Okay.
of his. In the Arab world, it's as simple as,
I have someone in mind.
sure, shoot.
But first, you tell me yours.
See, for me, when I told you about the 3 ways to monetize, who is creating a real community? Who is creating courses, digital products? Who is creating an impact?
Actually, no. The person that I have in mind has not perfected all
But that's the point.
all the platforms.
All of the people we have in the MENA region that I remember now, I'm sorry if someone I don't remember, they stay in the surface. They created a presence.
Yeah.
They sign deals with brands. They are simply selling their community. So they go to a brand, they say, hey, I have 1 million followers. Do you want your brand to appear in front of my community? Pay me this much. Pay me $10,000, $50,000, and you hear these numbers. And at the end of the day, they are simply spokesperson or sellers. That's it. They are just sellers. They're not impactors. So there are some, I know some of them, they created a marketplace. It's just selling. There is no influence, no impact, they don't inspire people.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I can't, sorry.
Well, I'm trying to think actually, because the person I was gonna say Fadi Ghandour, but Fadi Ghandour is one of the co-founders of Armex.
I know him. I know.
He's great on LinkedIn, but you don't see him anywhere else.
Yeah.
So
not omnipresence.
Yeah. So is it really? Yeah. Is it really a good example of personal brand? No, probably not.
No.
I'm trying to think of someone else. It's a bit hard.
If you know someone, please write it down.
لا بس anyway, if we think of someone, we'll definitely suggest him or her.
At a point of time, and I'm still doing it, I put in my Instagram, I follow you because of your value.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have value in your content.
Yeah.
And there are many people who have value in their content, and we follow them and we engage with their content, right? And I feel that we need to talk about the people who have value.
Yeah.
It is our responsibility towards them because they gave us value. We need to shine, make them shine.
Yeah.
But also it is our responsibility towards our communities to tell them where we find value.
That's true.
Right? So it's something I do often. And honestly, I hope that I can help more people and work with more people to really become thought leaders and to create an impact online.
I wanted to also talk about AI before we wrap things up, because that's a very important element as to how you would create content today to prepare, streamline, organize, and do things much quicker, much more efficient. Have you developed a model or a way or a system where you could incorporate AI with your clients in order to make the process of having a personal brand easier?
See, asking me the question, I have an unfair advantage.
What's your unfair advantage?
I'm a computer engineer.
Oh, there you go.
Final study project in 2004 was about AI.
Oh my God.
So I've been working with, I worked with AI. I didn't do it continuously, but I worked in AI for the last 21, 22 years.
Okay, wow.
So I have an unfair advantage.
Okay, but now I'm very curious. I am actually super curious now.
Yeah.
How do you use AI then?
See,
like, where is what's the part of your work, or what's the part of personal brand that cannot be replaced by AI?
Oh, but Okay, let me, it's a multi, AI, before using it, we have to really understand it. 2 months ago, I published a video. I say, whatever you are afraid of that will
Yeah, I
happen
saw that.
in the future,
It's already
it
happening.
has already happened.
Yes.
In Wall Street, in 2012, they had 150,000 jobs. In 2015, they only had 100,000 jobs. In 3 years, they lost 50,000 jobs. A third of Wall Street was gone. When? In 2015. Don't tell me that in 2025 something will happen in the future. So first, for everyone, including us, we have to understand the extent of
Yeah.
automation and AI. That's one. So when we understand, it's like, okay, what can we replace and what will be unique, right? So for me now, for personal branding, I'm pushing AI to the limit.
How?
I'm writing my book, and every time I want to write a new chapter, I go to AI and I converse with it.
But that's for your personal work. Do you also
Yeah,
do that for your personal,
of
for the personal
course.
branding with your clients?
Okay, English is not my mother tongue.
Right.
And when I'm writing in English, I can write something that is unique, but how do I perfect it? How do I make it look more
Yeah.
professional? Using AI. Many times, I'm influenced by my emotions. I go to AI to make it more professional.
Okay.
I brainstorm with AI, and this is, I think, the superpower of AI.
Yeah.
That when we are alone, we can extrapolate in our minds, but many times we extrapolate through conversations. So on a daily basis, I am doing this. What do I do with AI? I go and I talk, I discuss, and I challenge, and I learn, and then I add knowledge to myself. You listen to books,
Yes.
and you listen to summaries of books.
Yes.
AI does that. It can summarize articles and
Yeah.
books,
Yes.
right? So it's AI, the way I use it in consumption and creation. Both.
Consumption how?
By summarizing.
Oh, okay.
Now, instead of me wasting
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of time to
That's
acquire
true.
a new knowledge, I use AI to make it faster,
Yes.
right? The second thing is creation. But where does AI fall short? I'll tell you.
Garbage in, garbage out. So if you feed it incorrect, wrong information.
That was 15 years ago. So people don't know that 15 years ago, Google and Microsoft had chatbots, and they were shut down in 24 hours because garbage in, garbage out. In 24 hours, they became biased, they became racist, they became everything because it was taking what people were feeding it in. But today, AI, I'll tell you something. AI can beat humans in chess, but AI doesn't create chess. How did the human brain decide that the knight moves this way or the rook moves this way? Why? There is no logic. The human brain is not only about logic. One of the biggest aspects of a human brain is extrapolation.
Yes.
We have fewer information, and from very few information, we can come up with something big.
That's true.
The biggest challenge that AI has today is that they have all the information possible. How can it extrapolate? And that's the biggest limitation of AI. It doesn't extrapolate. It takes many parameters and then it gives you the average.
Okay.
The answer in the middle. For human beings, we are not bound by that.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why AI now it's being perfected. How? By giving it more data.
Yeah, obviously, because it's the more data it collects, the better judgment it can make, right?
Not better judgment. It becomes the one judgment, the one in the middle. as a human beings, we can be the rainbow, everything,
It's
360 degrees.
it's a bit scary because when you say that, it may reminded me of that movie. What was it called?
iRobot.
Not yeah, iRobot, and then the other one.
Yeah, the report, Minor Report.
I think no,
Minority
it's
Report. Minority
Blade
Report.
Runner. Blade Runner.
Ah,
Blade Runner. Why? Because it reached a point where he couldn't even. There was a crisis. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah.
Earth, something happened to it, and then he couldn't tell the real person from the robot or from the
Yeah.
artificial human because it reached a point where they were almost identical.
No, but I mentioned Minority Report because literally, Oracle CEO, I think 3 months ago, he mentioned that they are working on something to prevent crime using AI. So it's
Wow.
literally Minority Report.
Yeah. That's insane when you think
It
about
is.
it. But
It
for
is.
me, I truly believe that a human being should, or a person should be in charge of the creative process, but using AI to maybe facilitate some things, or maybe even to summarize or prepare, or,
See, I mentioned
the
Pat
admin
Flynn,
work.
but I should also have mentioned someone like Neil Patel.
Yeah.
Neil Patel is one of the authorities about search engine optimization, and he has been doing a ton of research about AI created content
Yeah.
and which one gets more views or more leads from Google. And he has been like assessing thousands of websites.
Right.
What he came up with is human, AI, human is the best combination.
Human, AI, human.
So you give something, your idea, you give
Yeah.
it to AI. AI will perfect something, you take
Yes.
it, you edit it, and that's what you use.
That's Ray Dalio in his book Principles.
Yeah.
He talks about how he was able to make, because he's a hedge fund,
Yeah.
he's a hedge funder, so in his hedge fund, he taught the computers over and over and over again how to make the best investment decisions on specific criteria that he put in. So basically, he trained
He
them,
had to, yeah.
and he says that now with AI, we will probably reach a point where the decision making will be a lot more accurate, a lot more efficient, a lot better, because you have data being processed on the side by a bot that's giving you results, that's allowing you to make a much more informed decision than
the
what you used
biggest
to.
tests of AI is in '95, IBM, they built something, Big Blue, and
Yeah.
that beat Kasparov at that time in chess, who
Yeah.
was at that time the world chess
Yeah.
player. In 2012, a company in the UK that got acquired by Google, they built something called AlphaGo that beat the world champion in a Chinese game called Alpha. And that was a very complex game. But then in the match, it was, I think, 3-1. So the player had to do unconventional plays
Yeah.
to beat AI. And that's what humans do. The extrapolation is unconventional extrapolation.
Yeah.
It's not logic.
Yeah.
The power of a human is that we are not bound by logic.
That's true. Wow. Amazing conversation.
Thank you.
Muhammad, thank you so much
Thank you
being
for
here
having
today.
me,
It was
seriously.
great, صراحة. 2 great hours.
I didn't
And
feel it.
yeah, me either, صراحة. But I think we need to have more. I think one is not enough.
Sure.
But thank you so much
Anytime.
again.
Thank you.
حبيبي يعطيك ألف
شكرا
عافية.
شكرا الله يعافيك.